The year 1956. The place Outback Australia. After needing a place to test their nuclear weapons, the United Kingdom dropped their fourth of what would become 12 nuclear weapons, all with Australia's permission. Sort of. All weapons explode successfully. The problem? They forgot to tell the local Aboriginal people. One particular Aboriginal family were later found camping next to the crater of one of these tests. The Australian authorities tried very hard to keep this a secret.
Get your hand off my penis!
After the 1963 United Nations Partial Test Ban Treaty, or the much more elegant name, the PTBT, the United Kingdom decided to stop bombing Australia, with Australia's permission. After the tests, the British cleaned up the resulting nuclear waste by burying contaminated debris with concrete, but the radioactive soil was only ploughed back into the ground. And I'm something of a scientist myself, but that doesn't exactly sound like the greatest of cleanups of all time. A year later, the British sent the Aussies a supposedly flawed scientific report, which convinced the Australian government that the British did indeed do their part on cleaning up the contamination, and all was well. Or so they thought. Before the traditional owners of Maralinga, the land in question, were to move back to their ancient home, Australian scientists, quote, found that major and widespread plutonium contamination remained. This evidence, combined with information disclosed by whistleblower Yvonne Hudson, nuclear veteran, and the evidence of high number of premature deaths and birth defects by the former workers on the project and the local Indigenous communities, led to a royal commission into the nuclear tests.
These are their stories.
It was found that the British forced Australia to make poor decisions and kept lots of information from the Australian authorities, public and scientists. The Commission also specifically condemned the lack of commitment to ensuring the safety and welfare of Indigenous people. Thankfully, after all was exposed, the two countries took their finger out and began to clean up their mess.